What is going on, guys? My name is Berger, and today we're flipping another bike. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm glad you're here. If not, welcome back. So as you guys can tell, we're not out in the shop. I went ahead through this little studio together. We're gonna give it a shot, see how it goes. I'm gonna be changing some different stuff, so you guys will see that along the way. But, you know, ultimately, I'm just trying to make some better content for you guys. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into the video. So what you guys are looking at is a 2004 Suzuki RM125. I picked this bike up off Facebook Marketplace for $1,400. This is the perfect go-to flip bike for me. It's a little bit dirty, a couple little cosmetic things we're gonna have to do, but overall it's in really, really good shape. So the video you guys are watching right now is gonna be part one of this series. We're gonna go through, show you what we got, clean the bike up, really take it apart and assess what we're gonna do with it. And then in part two, we'll finish cleaning some of that stuff up, get it all put back together, listed for sale, and you guys will see our overall profit on this one. So the first thing I'm gonna do with this bike is go through it top to bottom and make sure everything works as it should. I wanna make sure this bike is something that I would be comfortable and confident buying myself. Once we make sure everything works on the bike, it's time to do my big three, and those are a new top end, black wheels, and a Polysport or new plastic kit. So out of all the flips I've done, those three are the big three. They give you the most value, the most bang for your buck when you're flipping these bikes. We know the plan, let's jump right into it. It's time to get to work on this bike, start tearing into it, but before we do that, we gotta get outside and clean it up. You never wanna work on a dirty bike, so I'll spend extra time outside, really scrubbing and power washing it before I bring it in here. It's gonna save me a lot of time in the future. That way, you know, I have the cleanest bike to start with. So let's grab the bike, let's get outside, and let's get this thing cleaned up. I like to take the bike, lay it over, put that handlebar on that side of that stand. That way you can really get underneath it, get all that dirt and grime off the bottom. I use this spray engine degreaser I just got from like Walmart. It's like the SuperTech cheapo brand. Stuff works awesome. Just spray it on, leave it on for about 3 or 4 minutes before taking it off. This is usually a good time. I like to, you know, pop the bike up, rip all these plastics off. Since I'm getting rid of them, I just huck them in the trash can. And then I just spray it down after this, and it really gets a lot of that gunked on stuff before we move into really scrubbing the bike. This is where I like to grab the bucket of, you know, warm water and Dawn dish soap. That's what you guys are seeing me use here, and just go to town. Just start scrubbing every part of this thing, you know, the motor, the wheels, the tires. I like to pop off the gas tank. You can really get under there, the cylinder and the head. You know, every nook and cranny you're trying to scrub as much as you can. Just give it kind of one good power wash after, you know, you're done scrubbing stuff, and this thing will be ready to take back inside. Well, that was absolutely freezing cold out there power washing this thing, but man, it cleaned up nice. Look at that. Oh my gosh, swing arm looks great. Airbox is spotless. Yeah, this is an awesome starting point. Now we can start tearing into it and getting it taken apart. Really good news when we open it up. We got a hot rods crank that I can tell is newer. No up and down play whatsoever. Spins really free. The piston is almost brand new. It looks in really good shape. So that's good news. We're still gonna go ahead and replace it since we're in here. 60 bucks for a piston, not a big deal. But yeah, this is good to see. All right, here's the hour meter that was on the bike. As you guys can see, we got 55 hours. I don't know about that on that piston because that thing looks so new, but the bottom end and the rest of the bike, I think that's when it was done at 55 hours. So we'll go ahead and we'll keep this. These are awesome. We'll go ahead and remount it, and then when we go to sell the bike, we'll let the buyer know, hey, we did the top end at 55 hours. You're good to go. Next, we're gonna go ahead and yank the carburetor out of here. This is a trick I like to do on pretty much any two-stroke, is go ahead and loosen these subframe bolts, take out that top one, pull that whole assembly with the air boot back, and the carburetor will just pop right out without fighting it. A lot of times these tabs on the subframe will be kind of bent down from where the seat sits on top. If you're very careful, you can grab a pair of pliers and just kind of slowly bend these back up. Just be very careful not to snap them off. But if you go slow, you can usually, get this pretty good. All right, next let's go ahead and rip these tires off the wheels. I like to get all my tools set up before starting. That way I have everything in arm's reach and I can just rip these tires right off of here. Now this isn't a tire tutorial video, but as you guys can see, I just like to work one side all the way around, pop that bead off, flip that wheel over, and just do the same thing on the other side, just working it all the way around. That way I can just kind of pull the rim out of the center of the tire, kind of pushing that tire down the outside, as you guys can see here. Now let's go ahead, pull that other one off, and then next thing we're gonna do is rip all these spokes out of here. That way we can get these rims ready to powder coat.